Hexagonal, having 6 sides and 6 angles, the tiles in the new school building are arranged in a hexagonal pattern. Engineers often use hexagonal shapes for their structural efficiency. The bees construct their honeycombs in perfect hexagonal cells. Convex, curved outward like the exterior of a circle, the convex lens magnified the image significantly during the experiment. Observing the convex surface of the mirror, I noticed the reflection was slightly distorted. The architect designed a convex roof to enhance the building's aesthetic appeal. Oval, shaped like an elongated circle or ellipse, the oval-shaped table in the dining room added a touch of elegance to the space. The artist used an oval canvas to create a unique portrait. The tennis court has an oval design that maximizes available space for spectators. Trapezoidal, shaped like a trapezoid, with one pair of parallel sides, the architect designed the building with a trapezoidal footprint to maximize space efficiency. In geometry, a trapezoidal shape is defined by having one pair of parallel sides. The trapezoidal shape of the plot allowed for a more creative landscaping approach. Crescent, shaped like a curved, narrow segment of a circle, the moon was a slender crescent, casting a gentle light over the landscape. The streets were lined with crescent-shaped lamp posts, adding to the city's unique character. The architectural feature included a crescent-shaped window to enhance the room's aesthetics. Polygonal, having many angles and sides, the polygonal structure of the museum made it a standout piece of modern architecture. A polygonal shape can have any number of sides and angles, making it versatile in design. The artist's latest work featured a polygonal motif, symbolizing complexity and modernity. Ellipsoidal, shaped like an ellipse or an elongated sphere, the planetarium featured an ellipsoidal dome for an immersive viewing experience. Ellipsoidal shapes are common in nature, seen in objects like eggs and some fruits. The engineer explained the advantages of using an ellipsoidal reflector in lighting design. Oblong, having an elongated, rectangular shape, the conference room featured an oblong table to accommodate more participants. An oblong layout was chosen for the garden to create a sense of spaciousness. The designer's choice of oblong tiles added a modern touch to the kitchen floor. Concave, curved inward like the interior of a circle, the concave mirror focuses light to a single point, which is crucial in telescopic devices. The concave shape of the bowl makes it ideal for holding liquids. During the lecture, the professor explained the properties of concave lenses and their applications. Parabolic, shaped like a parabola or having a curve like a parabola, the parabolic trajectory of the projectile was carefully calculated in the physics experiment. The engineer designed the parabolic antenna to enhance signal reception. The lecture explained the mathematical principles behind the parabolic curve. Quadrilateral, a four-sided polygon. In geometry, a quadrilateral is defined as any polygon with 4 edges and vertices. The art project required students to create various quadrilateral shapes using construction paper. The architect's blueprint included several quadrilateral windows to maximize natural light. Rhomboid, a parallelogram in which adjacent sides are of unequal lengths. The geometric pattern on the wall featured a series of interconnected rhomboid shapes. The physical education class involved exercises that emphasized the importance of the rhomboid muscles. The artist's design was inspired by the rhomboid formations found in certain crystal structures. Octagonal, having 8 sides and 8 angles, the city plaza was redesigned with an octagonal fountain at its center, attracting many visitors. Octagonal shapes are often used in architecture to create visually appealing and structurally sound buildings. The ancient coin was discovered to have an octagonal design, which was unique to that period. Pentagonal, having 5 sides and 5 angles, the pentagonal layout of the garden allowed for a unique arrangement of the flower beds. The math teacher explained how to calculate the interior angles of a pentagonal shape. The historic building featured a pentagonal tower, making it a notable landmark in the city. Tubular, shaped like a tube or cylinder, the new water filtration system uses tubular membranes to improve the purification process. The artist used tubular structures to create a modern and innovative sculpture. During the biology lesson, students examined the tubular structures within plant cells. Pyramidal, shaped like a pyramid, the pyramidal structure of the company's hierarchy was discussed during the management training session. The archaeologists marveled at the pyramidal design of the ancient structures they discovered. The concept of pyramidal numbers was introduced in the advanced mathematics class. Barrel-shaped, resembling the shape of a barrel, the barrel-shaped tank was designed to hold large volumes of liquid efficiently. The furniture designer created a unique barrel-shaped chair that was both stylish and comfortable. In the botanical garden, visitors were fascinated by the barrel-shaped cactus, which stood out among other plants. Curved, having a rounded or bent shape, the architect used curved lines to create a sense of fluidity in the building's design. The curved surface of the sculpture was admired for its smooth, elegant contours. The new bridge featured a curved design to enhance both aesthetics and functionality. Circular, shaped like a circle, the garden had a beautiful circular pathway that led to a central fountain. The meeting room was arranged in a circular fashion to facilitate better discussion among participants. The artist's latest painting featured a prominent circular motif, symbolizing unity and continuity. Diamond-shaped, shaped like a diamond or rhombus, the diamond-shaped windows added a unique touch to the contemporary house design. The new sports complex featured a diamond-shaped layout to optimize space and accessibility. The diamond-shaped pattern on the mosaic floor was both intricate and visually appealing. Concentric, having a common center, as in concentric circles, the rings of the tree were studied for their concentric growth patterns, which provided insights into its age. The city plaza was designed with concentric pathways, creating a visually striking effect from above. The artist's drawing depicted concentric circles, each representing different layers of the universe. Spherical, shaped like a sphere, the spherical chandelier was the centerpiece of the grand ballroom, capturing everyone's attention. Scientists studied the spherical shape of the planet to understand its gravitational field. The sculpture garden featured several spherical objects that encouraged visitors to explore their different perspectives. Cylindrical, having the shape of a cylinder, the cylindrical columns of the ancient temple have withstood the test of time, remaining strong and majestic. The design of the new water tank is cylindrical to maximize storage efficiency and durability. The cylindrical form of the modern building provided a sleek and futuristic look to the city's skyline. Rectangular, shaped like a rectangle, the rectangular layout of the room was chosen to maximize space and functionality. The park's design included a rectangular pond, providing a serene spot for relaxation and reflection. The new office furniture was modular and rectangular, making it easy to configure different workspace setups. Triangular, shaped like a triangle, the triangular structure of the bridge provides stability and distributes weight evenly. The artist used triangular shapes to create a sense of movement in the painting. In the math class, we learned how to calculate the area of various triangular figures. Square, shaped like a square, the square courtyard was designed as a central gathering place for the community. The new development features a series of interconnected square buildings. The children played hopscotch on a grid of square tiles. Elliptical, shaped like an ellipse, the elliptical orbit of the planet was explained during the astronomy lecture. The design of the stadium includes an elliptical roof to improve acoustics. The elliptical machine at the gym provides a smooth and effective workout. Conical, shaped like a cone, the conical flask is commonly used in chemistry labs for mixing and heating substances. The mountain has a distinctive conical shape, making it a popular subject for photographers. The new lampshade has a conical design that directs light downward for better illumination. Spiral, shaped like a coil or helix, the spiral staircase added a dramatic and elegant feature to the modern house. The snail's shell is a perfect example of a naturally occurring spiral shape. The artist's sculpture featured a spiral pattern that drew viewers' attention inward. Angular, having angles or sharp corners, the building's angular facade creates a striking contrast against the city's skyline. The dancers' movements were precise and angular, adding to the performance's intensity. The modern furniture design is characterized by its clean lines and angular shapes. Bilateral, having or relating to two sides, affecting both sides, the bilateral agreement between the two countries enhanced their trade relations. Bilateral symmetry is a common feature in the anatomy of animals. The meeting focused on bilateral cooperation in addressing climate change. Asymmetrical, not symmetrical, having parts that are not the same in shape or size, the designer's dress was notable for its asymmetrical hemline, which added a modern touch. The asymmetrical layout of the garden provided a unique and visually appealing landscape. In biology, some organisms exhibit asymmetrical body structures, unlike humans who are mostly symmetrical. Irregular, not even or balanced in shape or arrangement, the plot of land had an irregular shape, which made construction more challenging. The artist was known for her use of irregular patterns and unconventional techniques. The students learned to identify various irregular polygons during their geometry lessons. Fan-shaped, spread out like a fan, the ancient amphitheater was designed in a fan-shaped layout to accommodate more spectators. The fan-shaped leaves of the palm tree provided ample shade on the hot day. The city planners adopted a fan-shaped design for the new park to maximize open space. Ellipsoid, shaped like an elongated sphere, the scientists studied the ellipsoid model to better understand the planet's shape. The ellipsoid shape of the satellite helps it maintain stability in orbit. The architect's unique building design featured an ellipsoid structure, setting it apart from its surroundings. Hemispherical, shaped like a half-sphere, the hemispherical dome of the observatory offers a clear view of the night sky. The engineers designed the new theater with a hemispherical roof to enhance acoustics. The ancient structure had a hemispherical ceiling, which helped in regulating temperature. Ovoid, shaped like an egg, the sculpture had an ovoid form that intrigued visitors with its smooth, egg-like shape. The ovoid design of the vase made it a focal point in the modern living room. Scientists noted the ovoid shape of the bacterial colony under the microscope. Scalene, a triangle with all sides of different lengths, the students were tasked with calculating the area of a scalene triangle during the math test. The engineer used a scalene triangle in the design to ensure the structure's stability. In geometry class, they learned how to distinguish between isosceles, equilateral, and scalene triangles. Heptagonal, having 7 sides and 7 angles, the floor tiles in the hallway were arranged in a heptagonal pattern, creating a unique design. The architect incorporated heptagonal shapes into the design to give the building a modern look. During the geometry lesson, students learned how to calculate the area of heptagonal shapes. Dodecagonal, having 12 sides and 12 angles, the ancient temple featured a dodecagonal layout, which was unique for its time. The dodecagonal shape of the pavilion allowed for a spacious and versatile interior. In mathematics, dodecagonal figures are often studied for their symmetrical properties. Cuboid, a three-dimensional shape with 6 rectangular faces, the storage boxes were cuboid in shape, making them easy to stack and store. The building's cuboid design maximized the use of space and natural light. The Science Museum had a cuboid exhibit that visitors could walk through. Prismatic, having the form of a prism, the prismatic glass sculpture refracted light into a spectrum of colors. The engineer explained the prismatic design of the bridge, which helps distribute weight evenly. In physics class, students studied the properties of prismatic materials and their applications. Tetrahedral, a polyhedron with 4 faces, the chemistry lab featured a model of a tetrahedral molecule to explain bonding structures. Tetrahedral shapes are commonly found in crystal lattice structures. The geologist described the tetrahedral formation of certain minerals found in the region. Icosahedral, a polyhedron with 20 faces, the virus was modeled using an icosahedral structure to understand its complex geometry. The artist created an icosahedral sculpture that fascinated viewers with its intricate design. In advanced mathematics, students explore the properties of icosahedral shapes and their symmetries. Annular, shaped like a ring, the annular eclipse was a breathtaking sight, with the moon appearing as a ring of fire in the sky. The engineer designed an annular pipe system to ensure efficient water flow. Annular structures are often used in architecture for their aesthetic and functional benefits. Rhombic, shaped like a rhombus, the tiles were arranged in a rhombic pattern, adding a dynamic element to the floor design. The jeweler crafted a pendant in a rhombic shape, making it a unique piece. The mathematical problem involved calculating the area of a rhombic figure given its diagonals. Polyhedral, having many flat faces, the polyhedral dice are often used in role-playing games for generating random numbers. The architect's design featured a polyhedral facade that caught the sunlight beautifully. In geometry, students studied various polyhedral shapes and their properties.